Yeah, hi, this is Sandeep Sagar. Today we will be going through our second class, or you can say second day part of HTML. And basically, the first class videos are uploaded in the YouTube in Tech Diksha channel. So you can go and see the videos. It has been uploaded for the day one, and it is in two parts. So you can go through if anything like you need to understand there, or you can also share to your friends about this. Okay, so today we will continue from where we left. So like the last day we gone through some of the HTML tags, and also we went through the div tag also. So today there are some important tags that we use in like website designing, and also in some of the software development also. So that does not have any impact on software development, because like for example we have this some tags for HTML, you can say view. Okay, basically when we write h2o for example, so that 2 below the h, how we will write that in HTML. Okay, also sometimes we have 2 to the power 4, that power like 2 to the power, that power symbol is like above the 2, so how we will write that. Okay, sometimes when you use any e-commerce site. Okay, so there you will see the price was 200, it has a cross, like it has a line from between, and now the price is 1900 or 1800, like this. So discounted price, so how we will display that. Okay, so this type of things which we use in in UI, and also in some e-commerce where like we have a live example. Also some chemistry we use also from formula, this H2O power and dissolve to display. So we will go through that, and then we will go through like the table, how to make table and rows. So let me start with some tags. So the first tag which I have is like e once again em. Okay, and if I write em, then this is my second class. Okay, if I use the tag em, and if I do a refresh, so see I just wrote an em. Okay, and it automatically became a italic. Okay, we can use I, or we can use italic. So when we, in most of the website nowadays you will see em. Okay, not I or any style or something. So this is also one thing to use an em for the italic. Okay, the second tag is mark. For example, we write something in a paragraph. So the same thing if I write in a paragraph. Okay, and we class. Okay, and something like the price of item is rupees 200 for example. Okay, something like this. So it's a paragraph. Okay, so if I write 200 in a different tag, del, delete. Okay, and if I write 200 here, I space, now it has become 150. So if I see, the 200 is crossed, it is like a delete symbol, like the price was 200 previous, so now it's a discounted price of 150. So we can use del, delete. Okay, del for this. So this is basically used on like you will see in Flipkart and Amazon, this type of thing. So with the discounted price in nowadays. Okay, the next is, if I do the same, oh, sorry, if I add something like second. Okay, if I do two and this second class. Okay, maybe like this, and if I use sup and different tag, SUP, and if I refresh it, you will see second ND. Okay, so it is also very much used like first, second, third, fourth, like this. From, so if you are working with a like educational software or a website, so the first rank, second rank, so you need to implement this there second, or whatever you need. So you need to do with SUP. Okay, next is another tag. So these are the some small tags. Okay, and if now if I tell you with like in previous class we have went the inline CSS. Okay, so for the CSS designing or the class designing, we can use three type of like CSS. One is the inline CSS, where we can write the style here in the paragraph tag. We can write the style here. Okay, and whatever we can write like font size, font weight, color, whatever we need. Okay, second is we can also write internal CSS. So internal CSS we write basically in the head tag inside the style. Okay, but how to write this and how this writing here will affect this paragraph or a div or anything. Okay, so for this we have two things. One, we can use a class and we can name a class, or we can give a ID of this paragraph or any div or anything. So let me first give the class and name it something uh, or you can say uh, discount. Okay, so if I just write a class and discount, it will not affect anything because we have not written any style for this. So what we will do, if we are using class, we can go here and in the style we can do dot discount. So this symbols a class and we can write whatever we need. So it can like, so if we do color red, and if we refresh the page, see, for that class we defined as a color red, and it went color red. So also we can use ID also, like if the same paragraph is like, if we are using a different paragraph. Okay, and if it is like 500 rupees, if we do discount 1. Okay, and we make it ID, not class, ID. Same thing can be done styling in the style above, but now the symbol will become hash, and we did discount, and if it is color something blue. Okay, so if we do refresh, so the below one is blue and it is red. So one thing is common, that we, by doing the class and by doing the ID, we can do the CSS. But what's the main difference between these two? Main difference is ID can be applied once, like each paragraph or each item will have its own separate ID, but class can be used multiple times in multiple items. If we have one more paragraph, okay, use the same class and we can change something else, but we cannot make two IDs with same. Okay, so because it's a unique field for the paragraph, so class can be used multiple wherever we need, and ID we can use one. Okay, also we can add one more class and we can do a style sheet for that. If I do something discount 2. Okay, so here we apply discount class and another for discount 2. Okay, if we refresh, see, two are red, one is blue. Okay, but if we do discount 2 also, and we give a different style, something like font family, and maybe something this. Okay, something what we need, and we refresh, see the font it is red, above one is also red, but the font family changed, it became a bit larger according what we have used. So more than one class can be applied and can be written in a class part. We can use multiple whatever we want, but id cannot be multiple. Id cannot be multiple, and we can only define it once. Okay, but class can be multiple, and one paragraph can have multiple classes according to the wish. We can use anywhere. So this is one. Also we can use this class and div in like whatever tag till now which we have used, paragraph, div, or you can say what h1, h2, like whatever is implemented to displaying an like displaying an text, or for div or for table also we can use IDs and class based on our requirement. Okay, so any questions on this? Hello. Okay, okay, no, okay. So now there is one more way we can write the classes. So in the first class we had this part inline CSS. Okay, this is internal CSS which we write in the header, and one we can do, we can add a class CSS style sheet. Okay, once let us add one style sheet here, and we can refer into the header tag, and we can write whatever class we need. So if we add, see, we see the style sheet here. We can name it whatever we want, but the extension should be .css. If we add it here, and we can copy this part to that page, we can comment this here, and we can copy it here. So if we run it again, what will happen? All the styles are gone. Why? Because this page itself does not have any like designing or class, and it has been copied to here. But to link between these two, we need to make a link up. Okay, we need to make the link up between this page and the CSS. So in that case, in Visual Studio we can drag drop. Okay, it is easy here. We can just pull and drop it wherever we want, like any images, or any like any style sheet, any jQuery. So it's a good tool for drag drop. But like we can also, if we know the tag, or if we have in another folder, we can like write the link here in the href. Okay, so if we remove this, see, it comes what we need to like make it a link. So same here, and now if we refresh, the class are again into this page, and if we do an inspect element and see the elements, so you will see in the header the style sheet is there. Okay, and if we click on the if we click on this paragraphs, the below, you will see we have two classes, discount 2 and discount 1, and where it has been referred, it has been referred from a style sheet CSS. Okay, so here we can link it up. Same way we can link the jQueries and like the CSS both. So when we will do the jQuery classes or section, we can implement that only. So this is what we can do in the CSS, and whatever we can. So you can use any three process. Basically inline nowadays nobody uses because it's very dynamic, and using the class sheet helps if we need the same class in different page or different method. So we can just link the CSS into that page, and we can use the class. So if we want to change the color of our website, okay, color of color or the background image or the logo, and we have implemented in each pages, then we need to find and each page and replace there. But it may be a problem, or it may be any like a hectic work to do such like such finding, and it also reproduces a mistake. Maybe somewhere you have written in caps, somewhere you have written in small, or maybe there is some space and when finding you didn't find that, and that's a problematic. But if it is in CSS style sheet, then in one place if you change, you get immediate change in all the pages where it has been referred. So using a style sheet is like good progress process, but if it is required you can use inline also and internal also, whatever according to the requirement. Okay, so but like if there is only one fix, so you can write here, that's not a problem, but like it is always said to use a style sheet. So next we will go through. Now I will switch to table. Like div is very good, but sometimes if you go through any website or the pricing, or you, in fact your CV, okay, there is a section where we have like the educational part, like when we passed the examination and like what was the year of passing and these all. So to display in a table format, we also have a table tag here with headers and also the row and column. Okay, so basically the table tag we have is table, same start end. Okay, so here we have sections of headers and also with row and columns. Okay, so if we do t head, okay, and so this is the header section, and in t head we have td. Td is for columns. Okay, sorry, we have one second, we have tr one row, and inside one row we can have multiple columns. The header section td. So if we write name, year of passing, okay, and if we refresh the page, you will see currently it is not year and like name and year of passing, but there is no column or there is no row and these all displayed. So for that again we need a class or a style to be added to display the border and these all. So let me prepare a full table, then we can do the rest thing here. So if we do that, also like if we don't use t head, we can use like the small syntax for tr. Okay, this is one process. Another, what we can do, we can remove this t head if we don't use it. Okay, and we can write in a different way. We can use a tr, and inside tr we can use th header. Same thing, what I wrote previous, that was also same, and in this also like it is same tag whatever you use. If I write it again, name, year of passing, if I refresh, it's same again, column and these are not there, so we need to put our border and these all. Let me prepare another row so that like we have headers and rows with us. So for, so we can use t body, like we had t head, so we can use t body, or we can directly do tr, and inside tr we can use td, whatever we want. Okay, in the t body we can keep the tr and tds. If we don't want t body to be like worked on, we can directly do td. Tr is one row and td becomes two column. If we do td, two column we have. So if we do something like for my, like if it is Sandeep, year of passing 2017, again we need to create one more row, then again we can do like this. It can be we can use 2018, something like this. Okay, if we refresh the page, so the datas are coming, but like the table format or the table lines are not there. So for that we need to do some css works, and either we can write in the style or we can do here also or in the CSS page. So we can use table th td and we can give border. Border we can give 1 pixel. Solid, like solid is like you can have dotted, you can have whatever you want. So I'm giving for now here solid, and this is the color. Okay. So this is a general for whatever table we have and whatever th and td inside this, it will make it 1 pixel border solid. This we can use by class also, we can use the table id also, but I am doing a generic, like whatever table we create, it will perform in the whole website like that. So see, now it's a table format. Okay, we can use the id, we can use the same thing, we can display it by id also, table id or table class, whatever. Okay, and we can use the generic, like for all tables. If we have 2 tables, if I copy this table and make one more table, so it will automatically implement this style there. We can have a break so that we find a difference, and if I refresh it, see 2 tables. So we here we didn't have to write any class or id, automatically the table format came. Okay, and we can change the text and everything. So also, like there are few more like classes which we can use. Basically here the name, the column, like all are very like side by side of each other. So we need like a bit spacing so that it looks good. We can do some designing on that. In that case, what we can do, we can do th td and we can have some padding, and we need padding on each side. Okay, 15 pixel for example. See, so we have some space, we can give whatever top, left, right padding, whatever we want. According to that we can design our tables. We can give background color, we can give text color, whatever. Okay, so we can do like this. Also we can use in the th tag, we can use paragraph, we can use image, we can use sub link, whatever we learned. If I copy this here, and if in any of the row, if I paste my this thing, so see, it will have, it will come here. Okay, so we can use like whatever, we can use div. So in td or in the rows or in the header, we can use whatever tag we have learned. We can use div also, em and everything. Okay, so this is how. So we can design according to our wish, like we can have some bolt here, we can have some underline, we can use the background color. So whatever we want according to the css what we will implement. Also if we copy these two from here and paste it into the style sheets, okay, and let us refresh. So same thing, no change. So we can use this design in whatever links we can, we implement the link. Okay, so yeah, so any questions up to here?
Kuntal Nayan, if you have any question, you can ask. Unmute yourself and ask your question.
Okay, till now no questions. So I am commenting this part now, like for today's class. Now the last part which I will go through, or which I will like, is ULLI. Okay, basically the ULLI we need for the main purpose of it is like menu, whatever menu we see at the top or left or right, wherever. So the ULLI we basically need for that. Okay, and also we can design up to also some bullet points, like if we are writing some project works in our website or some bullet points, we can use the ULLI for that. So for that we have UL. Okay, and inside that you can treat sorry, you can treat li as a new points. So we can have li here. We can have ul li. Okay, so whatever we write here, like name, date of birth, for example, address, class, and if we refresh, it will come as a bullet points. Normally we have in our website or wherever we display that. Also, there is one more we can use instead of this. We can use ol, okay, and we can use li. Just ul changed to ol. Okay, let us refresh. It became 1 2 3 4 automatically. We didn't have to give 1 2 3 4. It automatically took inside the ol first, second, third, fourth. Okay, so whatever we need, if li and ul is ul ui and li is given, then sorry, ul and li is given, then it is like bullet points dot, and if ol is given, then it's 1 2 3 4. We can design it, like we can give more bigger font, or we can design the css or something. We can add images in the li to have arrow and this all based on the css. So this also we can design according to our need. And also in the menu, if we have a background color or everything, so we can use the background color for ul li and this all. So it's a menu format or a bullet point format which we can use in our website. Okay, also we can use one more tag in the same format. It is something like dl. If we use dl, okay, and if we use, for example, dt, if we use dt and dd, okay, basically dl tag defines the description list, okay, and dt tag defines the term, and dd terms define description of each item. So let me show how it works. Okay, if we use dt, and for example, if we have uh, coffee, something here, and in dd tag we write something black uh, drink, something like this. Okay, again we can copy this and make one more section, you can say, and if we write milk and something white in color. So if we refresh this, it will become section wise. See, coffee, then we can have, it's a header, we can have dd, like we can have multiple points in here, we can have multiple dd in, after a dt. So we can have whatever we want. Okay, if we copy paste this, so like 3 rows and whatever we want. So it is like a, you can say, a paragraph, like it's a para, and inside that there are points. So again this, again there is a point. We can use paragraph here, also a paragraph here. We can do some padding and this all. We can do whatever. We can use div, then div padding, div margin, removing the text with a 15 pixel or 20 pixel. But we can also use dl, dt and dd tag for this same thing implementation. So HTML, like whatever we need, there are some tags. If we know, then okay. If not, we can use paragraph, div, style sheet and these all to implement the same thing. So yeah, so up to here, any question? No. Okay, so today, like I will be ending it here. Basically, whatever HTML basics it was required to make a website or a project, this is done up to this second class. The third class will be basically, we will focus on the designing of form. Like when we have some registration form or any, when we use any project, we need some form for first name, last name, address, some input box, some radio buttons, Also, sometimes in website we need to implement some audio, some video. So how to use that in a website, or how to play an audio in our website, audio tags. So we will have a next class on that. Okay. So, and also we will learn what are the input types we have in HTML. Like, same input tag we can have type, like if it is type equals to text, then it's a text. If we have type equals to button, then it will be a button. If it is a calendar, date, range. So whatever, like input tag can be used in many format, password. So we will learn in the next class. So next class will be basically focus on the implementation of form, or making a form through HTML.